Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Hedera or Hbar. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask you guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and I do greatly appreciate it. Now, overall, I've been talking to you guys about Hedera for a very long time. In fact, it's been almost one whole year since I bought my first, stack of Hbar. And it's honestly been such a journey. We've been seeing so much growth in terms of the overall project itself, or I shouldn't say project, but ecosystem itself. But we haven't seen too much price appreciation. But that has been a little bit, due to the entire market sentiment. But of course, we've seen overall, a ton of growth recently, if we're going off of those buy points. And I know a lot of other individuals were not as lucky. I mean, if we go back to, pretty much around this time in 2021, you guys could pretty much see that I was accumulating this at around 3 to like 6 cents. So, obviously we've made some gains, but for those who recently got in, or maybe you guys got in around like 20 cents, 15 cents, I still think that there's going to be so much growth in store for Hedera. In fact, this year alone, we've seen, or I shouldn't say this year alone, but in 2021 alone, we've seen so much come to this ecosystem. We've seen so many new, use cases being brought out. We've been seeing so much new GC members and all that kind of stuff. And it's been such an incredible overall year for Hedera. And I do think that this year is going to be pretty much the same. I think that we're going to see so much more growth, and I think that's going to be much bigger than 2021. But overall, we are seeing the trading volume up 92.95%, which is significant to say the least. And I do want to talk to you guys about some things that are going to be coming to Hedera. And in fact, we've seen, in my mind, Galaxy is expanding very fast. We see a brand new show on CoinDesk hosted by S. Dinwiddie. I hope that I said that name right, Dinwiddie. I'm sorry if I butchered it. And Solo Cize, which is featuring celebrities who are embracing crypto industry and empowering themselves to create their own creator galaxies. Or, well, galaxies or galaxies, however you want to say it. But I think that this is going to be very interesting, especially to get more money into Hedera. I think that when we're talking, about a lot of individuals that are not, focused on Hedera, or maybe they don't even know about Hedera, I think that this is going to be very good to pretty much get the idea around and pretty much tell people, like, listen, Hbar is no joke. So I think all of this will pretty much give some more exposure to Hedera in general, but also it's going to allow a lot of individuals to really kind of learn about Galaxy. I would play the video, but I believe that there is copyrighted music on it, so I cannot play it. But overall, I think that this is a very interesting idea, and I think that this is going to pretty much, like I said, allow for a lot more exposure about Galaxy itself, but also Hedera as well. Now, we also see here who's excited for Hedera NFTs in 2022. This is coming from Hashpack Wallet. Like I said, definitely keep a close eye out on this project. Like I said, their UI is incredible. I think that their overall, I think that this visual here really kind of sums it up. Like, this is very simplistic. It's very simple to understand. It's very easy to look at. I think that this is better than Zacked Wallet, to be honest with you guys. So I think that this could provide a lot of value to those individuals who want to get into the NFT scene for Hedera, but also pretty much have a nice wallet that is fully secure, that's fairly good in terms of a UI standpoint, and also in terms of usability. So definitely check out Hashpack Wallet, and like I said, a lot of these projects are going to provide immense value to the Hedera ecosystem. We also seen Hedera get a new listing on BK Exchange. This is actually a fairly large exchange. If we look at them, 76.5K followed exchange in terms of the exchange listings. We can pretty much see where this holds its value in terms of its actual holdings. So it's actually number 89. I know it's not that great, but again, look at the volume. $1.1 billion in volume on the 24-hour span. And I just want you guys to understand that $1.1 billion in volume is actually fairly significant in terms of, just the top 10. Like, let's go look at the top 10 exchanges. I know Binance has a ton of volume. Coinbase also has a ton of volume, but look at, even the top 4 exchange, Kraken, only has $505 million in volume. So this exchange listing is actually fairly significant in terms of the amount of money that's flowing into this exchange, which could allow for a lot of individuals to really kind of, find out about Hedera invest into Hedera and provide a ton of new volume to, guess what? Hedera. So I'm very excited for this, and I think that there's going to be a lot more exchange listings in 2022. Shall I say Coinbase? Because I do think that Coinbase is on the horizon for Hedera as well. And we did see Mingo announced today. Quick update, we're super excited to launch our token on the Hedera service. Currently, we're speaking with both the Play Store and App Store directly. Delays with app processing due to the holidays. Appreciate your patience and looking forward to going live shortly. And we do see the confirmation here. This is very, very interesting. And honestly, I think that Mingo is probably one of the most interesting projects that are on Hedera currently. Like I said, all you have to do is go to their website, mingoapps.com, and you just need to scroll down and see this is going to be an incredible project. From all of the things, I just recently talked about this in a video as well, but from all of the things that they are going to be releasing, I am so excited for the amount of transactions that will flow through this overall app. And I do think that this is going to provide an immense amount of value and volume to the ecosystem of Hedera, especially in terms of Web3. But there's so much more to it. There's, NFTs, there's gaming, there's pretty much everything all built inside of one app. I think that this is incredible. And like I said, it is going live, and they are about to announce their overall, app as well, and it's going to be listed in the App Store. So I'm very excited to see this really launch and go live fully, and it just tells you we have so much more to look forward to. And in fact, to kind of wrap up 2021, shout out to Hbar to the moon for this. But Hedera 2021 highlights. Hedera launched its token service called HTS in February with 60 ecosystem partners, and ever since, many tokenization applications have launched, including exponential growth in NFT sector. So we've been seeing so many tokenization pretty much use cases come into the space for Hedera. The token service has exploded in terms of not only just growth, but also just acceptance in general and adoption. I mean, it's been absolutely massive for 2021, and I do think that 2022 we're going to see a lot more significant adoption and growth, especially for this ecosystem alone. I know that we also have the consensus service and all that other stuff that's being utilized on the Hedera ecosystem, but I think that the token service is going to see some massive growth. We've already seen a ton of transactions flown over, the testnet and the mainnet recently. I don't even think that we scratched the surface yet. And we do see here in 5 years from now, as most of you that follow me already know, I tend to lean towards conservative prices / realistic growth with cryptos. How would you feel if Hbar was worth $25 per coin? In 5 years, what is your realistic prediction? Let me know what you guys think in 5 years, what your realistic prediction is. In my mind, with where Hedera is, I'm more so leaning towards Moon Lambo here and also Sivo. We see, I don't make price predictions, but I will say that $25 Hbar would only have a market cap of around $350 billion, far below what Ethereum, for example, is today. I don't know the future, but it doesn't sound bonkers to me, and we even see $50 per coin in 5 years. Yes, I understand total supply. If successful in vision and they make illiquid markets liquid and Fortune 500 companies run transactions through them, the market cap will be bananas and reinforced via plus feedback loop by retail. I mean, listen. I'm just going to say it right now. Okay, I don't like market cap. I really do not like comparing assets in the space to market cap only. Putting, a ceiling on these assets that are pretty much changing the future of everyday life, and pretty much restricting it to just a market cap number is the worst way that you could predict the future for these assets. Nobody in this space would have told you that Dogecoin would have hit 70 cents. Go back 5 years in this market and tell somebody Dogecoin's going to 70 cents. They would have laughed at you. And I know that 70 cents to $25 to $50 is completely different, but it's really not in terms of the overall market cap and things like that. Like, for example, Dogecoin's overall circulating supply and max supply is absolutely ridiculous. We know that this asset is extremely inflationary, but I'm not going to take that away from it because it has made massive gains in 2021. Nobody would have predicted that. It's the same way with Hedera because A lot of people restrict these assets due to market cap alone. Like, for example, when I talk about XRP hitting some high price targets because of the markets and the overall use cases that's going after, everybody laughs at the market cap. They think that's unrealistic. But you also have to remember that this space is so early. We're sitting at almost a $2 trillion market cap in general. At the all-time highs, we were sitting at $3 trillion. That is nothing. Okay, look at Apple, look at Microsoft, look at these major companies that aren't revolutionizing everyday life. I understand that they're creating products that, are pretty much allowing everybody to utilize like a cell phone or a computer or maybe an operating system. But this technology is so much bigger than an operating system, than a phone, than, a computer. We're not investing into products, we're investing into technology that has the possibility to revolutionize global markets, global industries, and just global everyday life. So when we're talking about market cap, when we're talking about realistic predictions, I think that in 5 years, Hedera will easily be a $50 to a $100 coin. I don't see it valued under $1 trillion at least, because I know what Hedera has. I know the potential behind this asset. This is a $1 trillion asset. It's inevitable, and I do believe that when we're talking about the future for Hedera, in just a small amount of time that it's been fully live in terms of their mainnet launch, it has made incredible growth. The growth has been unstoppable as well. And just the one last year, in 2021, we have seen a crazy amount of adoption for Hedera as well. This chart alone should really give you guys what they're really doing. I mean, they are probably the hardest working company out there. They do not get enough credit just because of price action alone. And I do think that a lot of individuals are going to start taking this, project very serious very soon, especially comparing it to other things. Like, for example, some statistics to start the year. In 2021, Bitcoin consumed 134 terawatts an hour in total energy, which is comparable to the electrical energy consumed by a country like Argentina. Related CO2 emissions were 64 MT, enough to negate the entire global net savings from deploying EVs. This is a concern. This is also a very large problem. This is why I have said multiple times over, pay attention to sustainability in this market. Pay attention to assets like Hedera that's building out apps, that's building out use cases, that's connecting with these massive global clients. Like, for example, ServiceNow, which has 80% of the Fortune 500 companies under its belt. Pay attention to these, because although they are not at, a top tier, number on the exchange, for example, everybody loves these top 10. For example, even a lot of people love the top 25. But then you look at Hedera, and people are disregarding it just because of the price action alone. But pay attention to these assets that are, for example, right, carbon negative, but also revolutionizing, crypto in general, because it's third generation crypto technology. So I'm really looking forward to seeing, what Hedera does in 2022. I think that in terms of sustainability, I think sustainability is going to be the focus point in 2022, as well as scalability, as well as, low cost fees, but also regulations. I think regulations are coming to this space, and it's going to allow a lot of utility-based tokens like Hedera to really prosper ahead of a lot of individuals who think, or I shouldn't say individuals, but these other projects that individuals love so much more than Hedera, even though Hedera offers the pretty much same, if not better, use cases. So overall, I do think that Hedera long-term is a top 10 at least asset. I think that it's $1 trillion at least in market cap, which I still think is undervalued for what they are offering, for what the use cases behind it are doing, as well as the technology behind it. But of course, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. With all of that in mind, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.